Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Marvel Crisis Protocol analysis. Gonna be covering my match, not a pro match. And yeah, let's just get into it. So here we have Avengers versus X-Men, and I am rocking Hulk, Sam Wilson, Rhino, Wolverine, and Luke Cage. And the tactics cards I'm using are Exceptional Healing, This is a Robbery, Heroes for Hire, Avengers Assemble, and Bracelet Impact. So, mention of leaders. On the Avengers side, we have Sam Wilson, Captain America, versus X-Men Storm. And on the opponent side, we have Ultron, new one, with his bots, Logan the Wolverine, Doctor Voodoo, Rogue, and Storm. For tactics cards, we have Brace for Impact, Sacrifice, The Age of Ultron, To Me My X-Men, and Exceptional Healer. So just before the game, gonna look at some mistakes. So mistakes going too fast will get you displaced. What does that mean? Well, if you activate quickly with your character, you give them more of a chance of just being CC'd by like two characters or something. And what I mean by CC, that's like crowd control, but we're talking about logic. Bad effects like pushes and throws, and bad conditions and stuff. So that's an idea. Deploy too much on one side can make it easier to run away with points. If you commit too much on one side, you're just giving up another side too easily. So yeah. Save exceptional for one on the injured side. If you save a character when it's like 1 HP left and it's not gonna give him like a activation, then you should literally just let him die. Because if he gets one shot at first on the next round, then you just lost huge potential. So yeah, it's almost like when they're like low health or high amount of damage, it's almost like you want them to get killed, so that there's more chance of them activating on the next turn, especially when it's like the last turn. Skulls and cubes replace Luke with Deadpool for the teleport. Now, I feel like with Luke is still solid for the free cost. We're talking about like a 20-point game for this specific map. And I could have more success with Deadpool. Just able to move around quicker could be more valuable. But Luke is obviously still good. But yeah, those are like just pre-game mistakes before we go into it. Alright, so looking at round one, big issue. Well, this is a weird movement type of thing because there's no objective in the middle, and it's all on the left, so it's kind of really weird where you want to be. So you're gonna see like Hulk have a paradigm wanting to stay over there, and it's like, feels shit. But if we're looking at actual game, was it three? Well, not counting the bots. It's like 5 characters versus 5. So you want to like start an engagement. You want to collect all the points while also setting up like a good 2v2, 2v2, and 1v1 scenario. So looking at my actual thing, I actually don't. So the kind of 2v2, 1v1 thing, I want Luke Cage. Actually, if we're thinking about like a if we're thinking about what do you call it? Like if Widow was in the game, So Rhino with Wolverine, Hulk with Sam Wilson, Widow doing nothing and just staying on a point. Let's say the 1v1 role, right? So that's kind of like the position I've got. But if we look at my actual placement, I've got too much committing against a single rogue, and Rhino's like facing like five. I mean, it's still technically equal and stuff, but he's got like a nice spread. It's still relatively equal, but I feel like we both could have like set up better. I mean, Rogue should literally be getting killed for this, but you're gonna see like Sam Wilson actually like goes here because it's just so strange. Like this is potentially my Black Widow just doing this. So I double move to claim the point. But the problem with this play is that Dr. Voodoo exists and he can just possess you. So pretty silly. And also a good thing about Sam is long. So I learned that if your character is long range or medium movement on a medium base, you can actually one action cap the middle point. So yeah, you see the fact, especially on this mode, the fact that you don't have anyone wanting to just stay there, which should have been like Widow on one point, just staying at the back, it just feels bad. Because now it's like way more awkward for me, and like Luke isn't getting anything done because he's gonna get possessed. It does end up to be like 4 points versus 4 points, but yeah. Hulk double moves, goes on the thing. Widow gets pushed out of the range of the secure. Right, Hulk double like gamma leaps moves, does an attack, gets on the point. And here because I don't have a Widow staying in the back here, I have to like do this really crap play instead of like abusing Hulk Sam Wilson combo. So yeah. Is that round one? Looks like round one. So if we look at the development, despite Storm's leadership, he must have like maybe greeted for like attacks instead of like trying to get on this point. But he did push me off, so that's like an L. So Ultron matchup notes Ultron has a push. So that's why you kind of want like two bodies against it, while Wolverine obviously has no push, or at least like he's not like known for his like pushes and CC and stuff. So yeah, if this was 2v2, I could have been on this. And then Luke Cage is doing nothing, and then I'm pushing her off. And yeah, Sam is forced to go back. So 4 points versus four. So two extracts, two secures, and we're golden. But still, two versus two here. Widow here could have been nice. Hulk is not getting the Sam Wilson airlift the entire match, and Luke Cage is doing nothing because he got possessed after double moving to the middle. But usually, double moving with Luke onto a secure middle is like really damn good for future development. It's just like a good play you always want to do. So looking at round two, another like even one. So here we have like Widow running away. Why? Because she doesn't want to get double tapped, I guess. So here I react to Widow. I mean, so react to Rogue running away with Avengers Assemble. which I don't think gets a lot done. The way I see it is like Luke has been like punched a bit. I'm seeing like a potential like Avengers assemble and then like double hit, which could have been nice. And then like get his brace for impact. But he does. I don't think he uses it, but it does a lot of damage. But another thing in this game is like I'm too afraid of like losing characters despite having a really good leadership. So here I guess I throw her and sacrifice is used, and I throw her into the voodoo. And he actually retreats. So I think he retreats with voodoo, and I retreat with my rhino onto a point. But once again, like this could have been Widow doing something. I mean, Luke did some damage, but not a single point given. And doing damage in this game doesn't really do much for you. It's all about points. It can even hurt you because you give him power away. And here, Wolverine used Avengers Assemble, so he can just move and do an attack. But yeah, if we're looking at characters this game, man, Wolverine and Luke are not doing much. And even Hulk's drifting off the point, forcing Sam to go here. So doing any ricochet. Now, Luke and Wolverine would have been doing a lot more if they were staying on the left side. So yeah. And also like Wolverine's just following right now. Not one-shotting him though. We're gonna talk about these tactics cards after the match. So yeah, I got sacked for 3 power, only on 1 power. I still have enough to attack, but I can't do like it's not so much important about his spender, but more so his throw. Here I use exceptional healing when Wolverine's at 1 health, which is like just troll, because next round he can just get tapped once and not get to play the last round of the game. You know, also another mistake is I used it, I think, against the bots, assuming I was going to activate it. And the thing is, the bots can activate and then Ultron activates. So, yeah. The whole point of this card is to give you another activation, but I used it and still lost my activation in a round. So, yeah, pretty bad. And here Hulk gets pushed, I think, by Ultron. But because the funny thing is, I was actually winning. I won 1 extra point because here, 2 different extracts and I think Wolverine was contesting or something he was contesting. So I actually was like 1 point ahead. So yeah, 6 to 7, 1 point ahead. But here's the real bomb where I just lose everything. So yeah, I think Luke or Wolverine dying allows me to like move out the way instead of giving double tap. So Rhino actually gets a massive turn. So I bump him with the Stampede, Wolverine the Stampede. Then I do a gore attack into the woman, right, the storm, and then I use the tactics card on Wolverine to throw her into Rogue, and because Wolverine has like a trait called Adamantium Skeleton, which means he's worth a size 3 instead of 2. So yeah, it does KO her and it makes her drop an extract. And also, well, I already stole the extract. So even despite like relatively poor placement, Rhino's been doing a lot on his own 1 versus like 5 or something. But yeah, I think if I'm looking at this matchup, like I gotta play around Ultron's pushes a lot better. But yeah, I think what happens here for me is like characters get killed. Like Luke was on 4 HP, Wolverine was on 1 HP. He managed to kill both and then collect their extracts and then double contest, I think. And at this point, like there's not really much I can do, and Sam being here does nothing still. Yeah. Like Hulk, he's been able to run away from Hulk all game. Sam Lift has not been able to give him airlift. And also not being able to contest here is just so shit. Like look, 1, 2, 3. 3 extracts, man. 3 extracts to my 1. Because 2 people died. Yeah, I feel like me using exceptional healing to save Wolverine at 1 HP kinda cost me the match. And also like the 2v getting pushed to 1v1 with the Ultron was bad. But yeah, I think that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. So before I go, just looking at like trying to remember like tactics card usage. So to me, my X-Men is kind of like a movement card. Think possibly used it on the left side. Can't really tell you, but obviously we got sacrificed used when Luke Cage moved with Avengers Assemble to double hit, and then we have Brace, which I think was used on the Rhino throw with the Wolverine Adamantium Skeleton thing, and then I'm trying to remember what other tactics cards it had. So then you had exceptional healing, which I used at the wrong time because it didn't give me another action. And I believe my mistake was because like the bot activates and then Ultron activates. So yeah, kind of used that at the wrong time. And then what else? If I think about what else, I also was rocking Heroes for Hire, which Luke didn't really get a practical use because they were just running away. There was no real middle place to get. And then we also had Avengers Assemble, Brace for Impact, Sacrifice. No. We had Avengers Assemble. Oh yeah, Brace for Impact, the last one. I think Ultron just threw something at me and I braced. But yeah. Quick roundup. Gonna go into more depth and detail in the future, but we're just trying to get these videos out.